game. Okay, we are on.
Okay, Cookie, we think...
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. You know what I love more than anything? Wasting all these great questions on a single player. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay then, why wait any longer?
Get ready, time for question.
Question number 1. To begin with, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%? Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it's
Question number 2.
Let's try. His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Age? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Disco 3.
Take a stab at. Brought to you by the letter U, Nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie has no eyebrows at all. Bert has one long single eyebrow. And the Count has two. 2 eyebrows! That earned you an extra grand.
Yes, pause, but I'm replaying game one more time, and then after that,
I've ever blinked.
It's gonna be done. And go to a new game. And I'll be back.
Coming up next, Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rock? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
Question number 5.
I call this one The Man in the Backwards Yellow Hat. And it's a dis or dat.
This or that.
I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. All right, let's get started. Peed in a... Broke his leg falling from a fight. Arrested for falsely reporting. At the house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazil... I always believed in you. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That brings a close to round 1. And surprisingly, you're doing pretty well. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2.
So you can get a good following of what it is.
And remember, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Let's get back to the action.
Game and I'll be back on Twitch. Question number 6.
How about Dumber and Dumberer 2? So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7.
Question 7.
And now, let it go, let it go, let it go,
let it go.
At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit, and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he could magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Question number 8.
Next up, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
My anus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered, and
right,
even longer after kangaroos and
keep my day
peanuts.
job.
I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall.
Question 9.
May I introduce Wine or Lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnay. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
Question number 10.
Up next,
It's a
I want to
Jack
lick
attack.
and roll all
Coming up.
night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long, so that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
There's the Jack attack. The Jack attack.
Step right up to the Jack attack. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. all she wrote! The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hats. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage.
PlayStation!
Shh! He doesn't know I'm living.
Take screenshot.
You don't know Jack.
Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning in here.